What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a dose of Pokemon. If you are new to the channel, hi there. Today I'm going to talk about the Pokemon card market. It's outrageous. Don't fall into the fear of missing out, or FOMO. That's a huge thing. There's a lot of people, and this has happened to myself as well before. When there was a craze in like 2020 and 2021, I had the fear of missing out, and in the end, you know, you're the one that kind of suffers from the fear of missing out. So don't really let that get to you, and just kind of hold out on it. So here's the thing, like we're seeing crazy prices. For example, let's take a look at this tech sticker collection. This retails for like 15 bucks, and people on eBay are selling it for $36. So they're selling it for a little over 2 times the original amount. There's 6 available right now, and there's 3 sold. 3 sold. 3 people bought this when they could buy it at retail for $15. That is, if we can pick it up at retail, because again, what happens is these are priced at retail. There's a bunch of scalpers out there who just buy all of the sets or everything on the shelves, and they'll put it for resale. And since there's nothing on those shelves, for example, they'll go back. Those people that want to buy those cards, just 1 or 2, they'll be like, well, there's nothing on the shelves, and I want to buy some cards. Let me see if they have it online for sale. And this is what they'll come across: outrageous prices. Because those scalpers want to make a quick buck. They're in this to make a quick buck. So those people who want to buy it, like I didn't get myself a sticker collection, but I still want it. However, I'm not going to fall into the fear of missing out when I know that one day, someday, I can pay $15 for this instead of paying right now $36. It's already outside of my budget. I am not going to go out of my way to pay $36 for this. I'll wait it out. And if I don't get my hands on it, so be it. But I'm not paying for this. The more that we, or potential buyers, fall into the fear of missing out and keep buying these at these outrageous prices, the more the prices are going to increase, and the more they're going to stay at these prices. But if, let's say, nobody bought it, what are these guys going to do? They got all this product on hand. They spent this money to buy the product in the first place. They got to get it out of hand. So they'll sell it at cheaper prices. They may still sell it over MSRP. They may sell for $19.99 instead of $15. And that's still $5 profit each sticker collection. But still, they're not selling it at these ridiculous prices. When we go back to Prismatic Evolutions, which is the latest set that's coming out, maybe you might watch this after it does release. You can't find it in the store. Well, I'll rephrase that. You can't find it online, at least, at MSRP. We'll see how it works out in stores. But what is going on is there's a certain amount of product that is being sent to these distributors and whatnot. So what happens is with Prismatic Evolutions, for example, like there's 1,000 cases. Let's just kind of round up from what my understanding is. Now I'm fairly, I'm watching more videos and kind of learning more about how the distributing side works and being a seller and stuff. But for example, there's 1,000 cases, and there's vendors who are buying from these distributors. However, with this type of set, Prismatic Evolutions, there's now new vendors or new like buyers that want to buy from distributors or from vendors, whatever it is, and they want to say, hey, I want to buy some of this product so I can have in my store because they're performing really well. So we're having these new people, but we still have the same supply. So there's more demand, same supply. And what happens is that supply is now distributed unevenly. But the thing is, like, if you had a long time buyer, they're going to be getting less of their supply because there's not extra supply. There's more demand. So like a local business, a new one is now selling Prismatic Evolutions because of the hype, because there's so much people wanting to buy it at these outrageous prices. They won't probably get a lot of stock, but they'll still get it. And this also affects other sellers too, and sellers who have a a reputation with their distributors and whatnot. So there's a certain set of supply, but there's way more demand now. So it only makes sense that the price is people are going to try to get their hands on these products and sell them at outrageous prices. But it's important that we don't fall into the fear of missing out. We don't want to be a part of this. We want the price to drop back down. Like I want to go to Target and I want to just see all these on the shelf and be like, all right, I know that if I don't buy it today, but tomorrow, like I get paid tomorrow, for example, just using this example, you get paid every 2 weeks. Let's say you get paid on a Friday. You're like, all right, I'll come back Friday and I'll pick up some cards because I know it's going to be there. And Pokemon has been a part of my life. And growing up, I remember every time I'd go to Target, the shelves would be full of cards. I'd go to Walmart, the shelves would be full of cards. That's not the case anymore. But that's what people want. They just want to have that opportunity. Okay, if I know if I can't purchase it today, I'll know that in a week from now, when I get to purchase it, it's still going to be there. It's still going to be on the shelf. Unfortunately, we are the ones that are kind of suffering from this. Those people are making a quick buck. You know, they're enjoying their time. They're making a quick buck. They're not going through any problems whatsoever. It's happening to us as like people who just want to buy one or two things. You know, kids, they're going to go to the Pokemon aisle. They're not going to find anything. They're not going to be able to enjoy the hobby. They're not going to be able to open packs, collect cards, trade cards, build decks, compete in leagues, unless they go ahead and pay these outrageous prices. And please don't, by the way. Again, don't fall into the fear of missing out. This is just the topic of this video. And it's just a reminder. It's a reminder to those who are watching, but it's also a reminder to myself. I made this mistake, especially in 2020 with the pandemic, and I think it was Champion's Path. Champion's Path was just like outrageous prices. People selling it for 2-3 times the original price. And it was so difficult to find them in stores. Like you could not find an Elite Trainer box in stores. That's how difficult it was. But over time, they started printing more, and the craze did die down. And there must have been people that were kind of stepping back and be like, all right, I'm not paying for these outrageous prices. I'm not going to be paying for 2-3 times the amount, and eventually kind of slowed down. Now it makes sense to me. Like let's say, for example, Champion's Path prices right now, if they're going up, it's a 4-year-old set. It came out in 2020, like September of 2020. So it only makes sense that, since it's not in print cycle anymore, and it's going to go up in price over time. And these older sets make sense. They'll go up over time. But for example, like Pokemon Fusion, even, how can I put it? Like older sets, but they're still modern. Like Fusion Strike has caught me off guard real bad. Like, look at these. Let's go to price high to low. A booster box, $490. In 1 month, it went from $297 to $490. That's 64% increase in 1 month. Just 1 year ago, if I was making this video 1 year ago at the beginning of 2024, I would have told you to buy a box of Fusion Strike. Because look at this. It goes up. There it goes. And for the most part in the summer, it's set in the 200, which is still not too bad. It dropped to a low 200. I could have, even in September, you had pretty much the entire year, and this is, of course, this was out of my budget, but I could have picked this up and held on to it, because right now it's not sitting at 297, it's sitting at, why is it saying 240? Let's go back here. It's sitting at 489. 489, 490, it's gonna hit $500. I mean, look, the Gengar. This Gengar just 3 months ago in October was $280. 1 month ago, it was $340. Actually, this is lightly played. Let's change the data. I hate when this happens. Like, I want near mint. There we go. Near mint 601. 1 month ago, it was sitting at 482, and it went up to 601. That's a 25% increase. 1 year ago, let's check 1 year. 1 year ago, it was sitting at the low 200s, which is not bad. And it had a spike, it went up to 400, then it dropped again. And it was sitting in the 300s in the fall. But now it's upwards $600 for his Gengar VMAX. These sets are catching people off guard. For example, another set is going to be Lost Origin. this is also catching people off guard. I mean, look at these prices. Lost Origin booster box. I had one, but unfortunately, when I bought it at release, I opened it, so that was unfortunate. But 142 last year at the beginning of 2024. This would have been a great set to invest in, because now you look at the price, it is sitting at nearly $400 for Lost Origin. This Giratina is sitting at $558. Just in October, it was at $340. 1 year ago, at around this time, it was sitting at $250, $247. And now it's what? In 1 year, it 125% increase. Crazy prices. Now, these aren't, you'll find fusion packs and Lost Origin packs here and there, but they're not really that abundant anymore. I'm not even going to Evolving. Actually, I'll pull up Evolving Skies. I mean, at these prices, I'm not gonna pick these up. I'm not gonna pay $1,200, $1,300 for an Evolving Skies booster box. I think this is like the most expensive modern set right now, and it's a good set. It is. Even like 1 month ago, it was sitting at $942, and in 1 month increased up 35%. 35% increase in just 1 month. 1 year ago, let's check last year at the in January, sitting at $477. That's still expensive, by no means. Like, I'm not saying it's cheap, but at this price, $477, it would have taken a look. It increased 166% increase in 1 year, and that only makes sense because of this guy right here, the Umbreon. Ooh, $1,500 for his Umbreon. 1 year ago, is sitting at $500. So again, a almost 200% increase in price. I don't think you want to pay this much, like $1,500 for this. So and people are buying this. People are buying it at these prices, and it's going to continue to go up. And it makes sense because these are not really in print anymore, and they're highly sought after cards. Scarlet and Violet, these are highly sought after set too, and it's still kind of in print with the Water Bloomings premium collection thing that I've seen videos of people running to Costco and buying cases and cases of them, whereas Costco should be putting up a purchase limit. When Prismatic Evolutions comes out, Walmart, Target, GameStop put a purchase limit of 2 per customer. And it would actually be great if you can normally Target says 2 per customer per day, but how are they going to know? Like, how are they going to know? Let's say I went in that morning at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., picked up some cards and came back like right before it closed and picked up some more cards. Are they really going to follow that? Probably not. But they got to figure out a way where, like, okay, you bought cards today? All right, well, you can't buy cards until tomorrow. Put that limit and follow the purchase limit. Follow the per customer rule. This premium collection I picked up from Costco, it was like $89.99. I picked it up somewhere around like June, July for $90. It was sitting at its market price of $120. Now it's one of my more valuable products, sitting at $268, $270 for this ultra premium collection. And I paid $90 for it. So I kind of almost tripled my amount from there. Even this Elite Trainer box is $170. Just look at that in 1 month, or in 3 months, it was $93 and it went up to $173. And you look at the cards, I mean, the most expensive card right here is a Charizard EX. And let's kind of change this. I don't like how it shows me moderately played. Let's do near mint. It's sitting, it's been fluctuating in the past 3 months. But, in the 6 months, it was sitting at the low 100s, and now it's went up into the 200s. And this may go up a little bit more. But my point is, these older sets are going to go up. But these more modern sets, like Journey Together, these prices, absolutely not. They're not even available. They're not even available in stores. This set doesn't come out until March 28th. So we have like 2.5-ish months until this comes out. So we'll see what happens in the next 2 months, but don't pick it up at these prices. Don't buy them. Look, 7 watchers on this one right here. Let's see this one. This one, I don't see if there's anyone who bought it, but there's 41 viewed in the last 24 hours. Like, don't buy it at $250 for a Pokemon Center ETB when you can pick it up for $59.99 once, you know, Pokemon Center just puts it back in stock. Just hold out on these products. You're not going to be losing out. Let's say you bought it right now for this $250. And then when it comes out, the set doesn't perform well, there's, you know, the hype dies down or whatever, and the prices drop. And then you have the accessibility to pick it up at $60 MSRP. Well, you just spent $250 when you could have picked it up for $60. Had you just waited, you would have had like $190 more in your pocket that you could have spent on more cards, or you could have spent on other expenses, groceries, investment, whatever it is. But now you lost out $190. Why? Because you fell into the fear of buying or the fear of missing out, and you went and bought it for $250. Now, I didn't get to pick up a Journey Together from the Pokemon Center because they sold out real quick. And in fact, if you go on the website, there is no Pokemon Center ETB or booster box. They just took it off. But I also missed out on just regular packs and a booster bundle because that's how much people are like. People are just trying to hoard these and make a quick buck. Buy them for pre-order, and you know they're putting their hopes up, saying, "Okay, I'm going to receive my entire order and then sell for and resell it for more." So I missed out the chance to buy just one, you know, booster box and one ET or 2 ETBs, and you know, add it to my collection and actually open them up. Like, I'm opening up these cards too. Those scalpers, they're just buying and reselling for more. They don't care. They don't care about the hobby. They don't care about Pokemon. They just care about the money that goes in their wallet, the money that goes in their pocket. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting a little bit longer. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to go out of my budget. I also have a budget. Go outside of my budget to pay a premium that I know for a product that I know will eventually drop back to its MSRP, or eventually I'll have the chance to pick it up at MSRP. I learned that the hard way. I went and bought too many Champions Path for a little bit over its MSRP, and I'm not doing that again. I am not doing that again. And you know, the extra I spent for Champions Path, I could have spent on other things, regular expenses, daily expenses, or invested in whatever it is. So this is just a reminder to all of us, including myself, don't fall into the fear of buying out. Let these outrageous prices kind of fall on its own. Don't be a part of it. Voice your concern and, you know, say that you're not going to buy at these prices. Nobody should be buying at these prices. And I won't be myself, and I'll continue to voice my concern here on YouTube. And a lot of other people have been. PokeRev made some very good videos so far of him voicing his concerns. Pokemon Center, hopefully, I hope has a solution. I don't know what it is. Other people don't know, but hopefully we find some sort of solution to this. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll keep you guys updated. I may have to make an updated video of investing and collecting cards in 2025, and you know, making your budget accordingly, and what products to pick up specifically because of how outrageous these prices are. We would have to find a different strategy to kind of collect cards, and that's something I'm going to be working on for myself and later to share with you guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, definitely be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot. It'll help push my content out to more people. That's been it for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.